Hey everybody, nice to see you. It's been another week and I went on another thrifting adventure. And in today's adventure, you're going to see this PlayStation game controller. You're also going to see this Lara Croft action figure and a whole bunch more stuff that I picked up during the week. So just sit back and enjoy because we're about to begin. Well, hi everybody. Glad you're all back. I know you're anxious to get started thrifting, but before we do, let me give you today's trivia question and then we'll be on our way. In what year did the Ideal Toy Company open, and in what year did they close? Well, I'll give you that answer later on in the video, but for now, let's get thrifting. Oh, by the way, subscribers get in the front seat, non-subscribers in the back. Okay, let's go. Well, here we are at the first row of the day. First thing I saw on this row was this trinket box. It was $2.99. But I thought it was a little too cheap, so I passed on it. Then I saw this set of vintage salt and pepper shakers for $1.99. I figured they would easily go for 20 bucks, so in the cart they went. The next aisle I walked over to was their mug aisle. First thing I saw were these two mugs. They were made by Sonoma. They were only 99 cents each, but I ended up passing on them. Then I saw this vintage mug. It was made by Crown Ducal. That's an English company. They go for about $25, and since this was only $1.99, I kept it. On this next aisle, they had a lot of baskets and stuff. It looked pretty nice, decent stuff, but nothing I can make money on. I did see this tray. It had handles shaped like wolves. It was only $3.99. I thought they were pretty neat looking, but in the end, I ended up passing on it. The rest of the aisle didn't have much, so I just decided to move on to another aisle. Well, as hard as I looked, I couldn't find anything else at this store, so it was definitely time to head to the next Goodwill. I'm sure there'll be better stuff there to find. Okay, guys, I'll meet you out in the car. Well, we didn't do too great at that store, but let's hope the next Goodwill brings a lot more treasures. So we'll be there in about 15 minutes, so just sit back and enjoy. I'll see you there. Well, when I got to this store, I walked right over to their toy aisle, but I wasn't seeing much. And then I noticed this Lara Croft Tomb Raider figure. It looked pretty neat. It was only $3.99, so I wanted to take this home with me. Further down on their toy aisle was their electronics aisle. Well, the first thing I saw was this Magic Jack. It was $1.99, but they don't go for that much anymore, so I just left it. Then I saw this Franklin Talking Dictionary and Thesaurus. It was $1.99. On eBay, they go for over 20 bucks, so in the cart it went. I decided to walk down their furniture aisle. I just wanted to see if they had anything new or interesting. And then I came across this PlayStation game controller. It was $3.99. It was Bluetooth. They go for 20 bucks, so I took it home. The first thing I came across on this aisle was this potpourri jar. It was $2.99. It wasn't bad looking, but I ended up passing on it. I probably should have gave it another thought or two, but I didn't. Then I saw this lion figure. Because of that plug, I thought it was a bank, but it wasn't. There was no place to put coins, and I ended up passing on that too. Next, I saw this bell. It was $1.99, but it was too cheap, so I decided to go to another aisle. Well, I went up and down a few more aisles, but I wasn't finding anything. So I figured I'd take my stuff, which I was kind of happy with, and head up to the cashier. Well, guys, it's that sad part of the day when I got to say goodbye. But let me give you the answer to the trivia question. The Ideal Toy Company opened up in 1907 in New York City. It was famous for their dolls and their bears. some of us older folk might remember Betsy Wetsy, Thumbelina, and a few other famous dolls. Then their last big item was the Rubik's Cube. Then sadly, in 1997, they closed their doors. Oh well, that's all for today. Oh, remember, there's a bonus section coming up. So I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye. This is the bonus portion of this video. This is where I show you excerpts of older videos where I bought stuff, and then I break in and I update you guys on what it sold for. Well, we usually had a lot of fun, and it's pretty informative too. Okay, let's get started. I was walking down the toy aisle when I saw this set of cars up ahead. Turned out they were Hot Wheels. The cars were made for the Hard Rock Cafe. And for $3.99, I figured it was a dual collectible. I should be able to get $20 for it. So I put it in the cart. I don't usually like those die-cast cars because they're hard to sell. But when I saw this one was also made for the Hard Rock Cafe, I figured I'd take a chance on it. Well, it ended up selling for $17.95 and $9.95 shipping. So I was pretty happy. Okay, on to the next item. Well, this was a good aisle to start our journey on. So I walked over here, and the first thing I saw was this box of light bulbs for $2.99. But half of the light bulbs were missing, so I just left that. Then I saw this Kodak camera. It was $12.99. They only sell for about $25, so I left it. Then I saw this accessory for the iRobot vacuum cleaner. It's called the Virtual Wall. They sell for about $20, and this one's only going for $3.99, so I took this one. Those iRobot accessories usually sell for pretty good money, and that's why I took a shot with it. Well, this one ended up selling for $18.95 plus $6.95 shipping. So if you see these accessories out there, look them up. Make yourself some money. Okay, now on to the next item. Well, I came across this aisle, and the first thing I saw was this disc player. It played 5 CDs at once. Hell, not played 5 CDs at once. That would sound pretty bad, wouldn't it? It held 5 CDs. My narration is flawless, guys. Don't worry. That was just one slip up in a million. The next thing I saw was this precision hot tool. It burns paint from hard to reach areas. It was $5.99. They sell for $30 online, so I put it in my cart. That paint removing tool cost me $5.99. I wasn't thrilled at paying that, but I still figured I could make money on it. Well, it ended up selling for $17.95 plus $9.95 shipping. So I didn't make a ton of money on it, but I made a profit. Okay, now on to the next item. On this next aisle, I saw some candles and some ceramics, but nothing as exciting as the last aisle. I also saw this cow. It was a bank. It was missing the coin stopper. It was cheap. I just left it. Then I saw this musical ballerina alarm clock. This really had some age to it. They were asking $4.99. Some of them in good shape were going for $100 on eBay, so I took this. Well, that ballerina alarm clock ended up selling for $31.95 plus $9.95 shipping. That was a pretty good profit on a $4.99 investment. And the clock didn't work. The ballerina spun, but it was definitely needed a lot of work. Okay, well, on to the next item. Well, this was obviously not a ceramics aisle, but I did see this yellow Pokemon that I thought was cute, and I wanted to see what it was going for. They were asking $4.99 for it. Online, they were only selling for $12, so I just kept going. Next, I saw this fishing reel. It's called the Rocket Fishing Rod. It's $6.99. It shoots out the bait instead of casting it. Kids would love that. I figured I could get $25, $30 for it, so I put it in a cart. Well, I really like that rocket fishing rod. I wish I had one when I was young. But it ended up selling for $22.95 plus $12.95 shipping. Pretty decent profit on a $6.99 investment. Okay, well, that's all for today, guys. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. Please tell a friend about this video. Most of all, stay safe out there, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.